participated in around 20 hackathons and more. And yes, that is true. One of the hackathons that we won, we have won the prize of 125,000 Canadian dollars, which is around 70 lakh rupees. And other hackathons as well, my teams have secured great prize monies. For Loves India Hackathon last year, the prize money was 3 lakh rupees. And in a few hackathons, we had around 1 lakh and 1 lakh 50,000 prize money. So hackathons have been a great experience for me for money in the terms of money as well, but also in terms of experience. Of course, from two companies, both I have achieved from an hackathon. I have offer from Loves, I have offer from Airbus.
हाय एवरीवन, तो आज की वीडियो में हमारे साथ होने वाले हैं आकाश बाजपेयी. ही इज अ फाइनल ईयर अंडरग्रेजुएट फ्रॉम काइट ग्रुप ऑफ इंस्टीट्यूशंस एंड he is the one who can guide you very well in how to participate in a hackathon. He has won more than 15 hackathons and a prize money worth rupees 70 lakhs. Apart from this 70 lakhs, there are various other hackathons in which he has won 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs, 1.5 lakh, 1 lakh. So the experience that he has is going to matter. We'll talk with him regarding how to form a team, what are some of the misnomers, what are some of the important things while participating in a hackathon, and you will definitely get to know a lot of his experience in AR VR. He has built his projects in AR VR, and that is definitely going to help you in any case. So do watch this video till the end and let me know in the comment section if you have any feedbacks for me, and don't forget to share this video with your friends.
So much Akash for accepting the invitation and coming here. Hey everyone, today I have with me Akash Baजपेयी. He is currently a final year undergraduate from Kite Group of Institutions, and he has achieved a lot. He has participated in more than 20 plus hackathons and have won more than 15 out of them. And he has been amazing doing AR, VR. We'll talk with Akash regarding his hackathon journey, how he started, what were some of the important things while participating in hackathons. And this video is going to give you a kickstart if you are going to start your hackathon journey really soon. So thank you so much Akash once again, and just would like to have a brief introduction of yours.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank you, Harsh, for having me. Hello, everyone. My name is Akash Baजपेयी. I'm a final year undergraduate student at KIT Group of Institutions, Ghaziabad. I'll be joining Loves India very soon. And I've been working in the augmented reality, virtual reality field or the extended reality umbrella for the past 3 years. I'm also part of a student community, InnoGeeks, which is a peer-to-peer learning community. I've been participating in various hackathons. As I told you, we have been participating in more than 20 hackathons till now, and I've gained success in a lot of them. And I love to talk about hackathons and augmented reality and virtual reality. That's all.
That's super amazing. Like you mentioned, you participated in a lot of hackathons, and also I know one thing. Like I came to know from somewhere that in one of the hackathons you had a prize money of around 70 lakhs. So what was that hackathon? And till now, like how many hackathons have you participated? If you have any number to put, and like would like to know more about that.
Okay, so my hackathon journey started back in January 2019. It was Smart India Hackathon. It was organized by Government of India. We went to Bhimavaram, which is in South India. It was my first time traveling to South India, and we participated there. And I was not able to win that hackathon, but last 2 months back, we have won the Smart India Hackathon, and so my hackathon journey has started and ended with the Smart India Hackathon. I participated in around 20 hackathons and more, and yes, that is true. One of the hackathons that we won, we have won the prize of 125,000 Canadian dollars, which is around 70 lakh rupees. But we had an option to opt out of giving our idea to them and get 10% of that. So we chose that. So we won around 7 lakh. But we had an option to.
So if you're watching this video till now, don't forget to press the subscribe button and do like this video for more and more such amazing content.
Win 70 lakh rupees for the idea. And other hackathons as well, my teams have secured great prize monies. For Loves India Hackathon last year, the prize money was 3 lakh rupees. And in a few hackathons, we had around 1 lakh and 1 lakh 50,000 prize money. So hackathons have been a great experience for me for money in the terms of money as well, but also in terms of experience and growing up in my personality as well.
Great. That's super amazing. Like your hackathon journey started, and you then it didn't stop. Like it ended at SIH, and you started with SIH. Great. So while talking about these hackathons, like there are various technologies on which students work. So which all technologies or which all projects have you done in these hackathons? And like would you like to mention about any of the project that is commendable or something more about your projects and your technologies?
Okay, so in most of the hackathons that I participated in and the teams which I participated with, my projects have been around the extended reality spectrum, which is augmented reality, virtual reality, and sometimes mixed reality as well. So most of the projects have been around that, but I've also worked in teams which have worked on machine learning, which have worked on some web development part as well. So I think technology doesn't matter that much. The ideas that we work on and the projects that we work on matter a lot. So a lot of hackathons such as the Snapchat Lensathon work more upon the creativity that you give in that lenses that you create. So it's all about that thinking and your creativity in that and the way you are trying to solve a problem. That matters much.
Great. So you mentioned about using AR and VR in your project. So when we talk about AR and VR, so like when somebody asks us about building a project, the thing that we suggest him is you can do either web development or Android development, or you can explore data science and machine learning projects. But AR VR is relatively a new topic and people are not generally aware of it. So if somebody wants to start with AR VR, or some of the resources that you started with, or you would like to suggest to anybody who is looking forward to start his journey with AR VR, so what would they be?
Yes, definitely, I would agree. Augmented reality and virtual reality are not the most celebrated technologies in the terms of development as well. The number of developers we have in this section, but yes, there are a lot of resources now available. When I started, there were not much resources, but now a lot of resources are available online. And I would always recommend free resources that are available on internet through YouTube or any other platform as well, because mostly students are burdened through financial they have to pay the fees and all things. So there are a lot of YouTube channels that are creating great content regarding augmented reality and virtual reality. It's Matthew Halberg's YouTube channel. You can join Practice YouTube channel. There's Dilmer, and there are a lot of online resources that you can join without paying any fees and learn augmented reality. In fact, Unity, which is the biggest platform on which AR and VR development is done, has its own official courses free available on Unity Learn. You can go for that as well.
Great. I'll definitely take the links for all the resources from you and I'll put them in the description below so that anybody can get to know how to start with their VR and they can explore it better. Great. Now
Sure.
coming upon to hackathons, like we say that there are some of the important things when a student hears about hackathon. Like the first and the most important thing before thinking of participating in a hackathon is a team. Like what should a team of hackathon consist of, whether it should be completely technical or we need some people, like how we should balance the team and how we should approach people for getting them in our team, or how you build your first team.
So when participating in hackathon teams, the team structure is very important. And generally what people do is grab a bunch of technical people who are very good at all this technology and create a team, which is not a very good way of doing that. And team is not, so it's just like you are trying to do a startup. You need to have someone who is good at presentation, who is good at marketing, someone who is good at technology, who can create that product, and who is good at selling. So similarly in hackathons as well, your team should have someone who is very good at technology. It can be two members as well who are very good at technologies. And you can also have one person who is very good at presenting, who is a good presenter, who can pitch your idea to the judges when the judging phase comes. And you should also have someone in the team who is also learning with you and who is ready to take some extra efforts to create some presentations, to learning something, to be helping in the project if needed. So it should be a balance of teams of all levels of technical knowledge, as well as someone who is very good at presenting as well.
Great. I hope people will keep this in mind when forming their team next time for any hackathon. And one thing more, like the word hackathon, when we hear this word generally, when a student of first year or second year hears a hackathon, so it is generally related to hacking something, maybe hacking the password of a Facebook ID or hacking the password of an Instagram ID. But generally the term, I would say it's a misnomer and people are afraid of participating in hackathon due to that. Like they're not aware what a hackathon actually is. Like they're not aware what the things are in a hackathon are. So how to overcome that and make your first start in a hackathon?
Yes, definitely. Generally, people are confused about what hackathon is when they start. And there's one more confusion that generally people think that the hackathons are like coding challenges where you against some codes programming challenges that you have to face. It's not like that. Hackathons are much more into ideation, into thinking of solving real life problems as well. So a lot of hackathons are not even technical as well. So a lot of hackathons nowadays which are coming, which focus on how good you can think an idea of, and what is your approach to solve a problem. So hackathons is something which is a time-bound event where you create an idea. You are given some problem statements or a section of problem statement that you can select and solve. Then you have to come up with some idea, a good idea that can really solve the problem. You can have some mentoring sessions in between where a mentor could help you in framing your solution, in improving your solutions. Then you have some judging phases where you present that idea in front of a jury, which is experienced people. So it's a mix of everything. You have to create something which could be technical, which could be creative, which could be just an idea. You have to present that, and that's what hackathon is.
Great. I hope some misconceptions about hackathons will be out by this answer. Now coming upon to I would like to know you have a lot of experience with these hackathons. 3 important things that you think a person should keep in mind while participating in a hackathon, or what I would say is your winning strategy. 3 important things for a winning strategy in a hackathon.
Okay, so before starting to get into hackathon, or when the hackathon just started, the first thing that you should be doing it should be grilling your idea. You should come up with a good idea, sit in the team, try to find loopholes in your idea, try to fill those loopholes, come with a great idea that could actually solve the real life problem. So if you have a specific problem statement, then you're good to go. If you don't have any specific problem, you have a technology that you have to work on, then try to find out some real life problems around you. You'll definitely find a problem that hasn't been solved yet, or the solution is not very good. So try to find a good solution for that. So that is the ideation phase. The next thing is to create the idea. You need a good team. So find some teammates that could work on those ideas. If you have already participated in the hackathon, there are team making already going in most of the hackathons. So you can go in the hackathon and you can find your teammate there as well. That would be also a good thing, because you'll learn how to network with people, and you'll be working with a lot of people. So you'll get a lot of experience as well. And the final part would be a good presentation. So a good presentation is just like a startup pitch. So you have worked on an idea for around 24 hours to 48 hours, and you know what you have been creating all this while. So create a good presentation. Try to pitch what was your idea, what the problem statement was that you wanted to tackle, how your idea is tackling that problem statement, and what are the good features about that, what you wanted to create but couldn't create in that time bound. So your future goals could also be a part of your presentation. Try to be more creative and try to put some real life situation in front of judges. So that would be a good presentation. So these 3 things combined would definitely be a winning stroke for any hackathon.
I believe that these winning strategies would help people ace their next hackathon or the hackathon that they're participating in. I would like to discuss about one trend that most of the companies are following. Even I made one of the videos in which I showed around 10 companies which give placements and internships on the basis of hackathons. I recently uploaded that video, and I had some very amazing companies listed there, like when you talk about Microsoft, Oyo, Expedia Group. So they have their hackathons and they hire or they give internship and placement opportunity. And most of the companies are moving to this format of hiring students. You might have heard of JP Morgan and Chase conducting Code for Good. So these are the hackathons that students generally participate in and get placement internship opportunities. And the trend is a little bit changing. And also, you are an incoming software engineer at Lowe's and you participated in Lowe's campus challenge. It was also a hackathon that was conducted last year. So what would you like to say about this changing trend and your experience of how a company conducts a hackathon, and any views on this?
So yes, I would agree that trend is changing, and that is a very good shift for any student who is working in the technology spectrum, because earlier days companies used to visit a few campuses, and this way they were limited to the talent that they were facing every year for those colleges only. But now the trend is changing. They are coming up with open challenges. Some are coming up with coding challenges. Some are coming with hackathons as well, which is a good trend, because that allows everyone who is studying in any part of the country, who is very good at anything that he has been doing all this while, he can participate in that challenge, show his skills, and definitely get hired at those organizations which he was aiming for. So a lot of companies have come up with this idea and are accepting this. Looks, you mentioned we have you have a video on that. I would definitely like to see that. And both, I have two offers from two companies. Both I have achieved from an hackathon. I have an offer from Loops. I have an offer from Airbus. Both were different hackathons. And so the trend is changing, and that is very good for all of us.
So it has been amazing. Like most of the doubts related to hackathons have been cleared in this discussion. Any final piece of advice that you have for my audience?
So I would suggest anyone who is part of a technical degree to definitely participate in at least 2 to 3 hackathons. Those hackathons will not only give you some prize money that you will be aiming for, it comes up with a lot of experience that you will be coming up with as a developer. Your personality will evolve. You will have some good skills, speaking skills as well. With each hackathon, you will create one new project, which will be a great addition to your resume. Of course, winning hackathons is also a great achievement in resumes. You have prize monies, you get swags in participating in a lot of hackathons. And after all, it is a great experience for any developer. You will grow inside yourself, and it's a great learning. So definitely participate in at least 2-3 hackathons in your technical degree.
Thank you so much, Akash, once again for coming here. This discussion will definitely help a lot of people who are exploring the world of hackathons, who are aiming at participating in hackathons, building teams, and a lot of different things we have discussed. Thank you so much, Akash, once again for coming here.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank
you so much for watching this video till the end. I hope you people like this amazing content. Do let me know in the feedback section if you have anything for me, and don't forget to press the subscribe button. Do like, share and comment also, and all the best. Good luck. Bye bye.